ahead and join. You can either watch from here or from the Summer Christiana page. Hey, y'all. Welcome to another episode of More Than a Creator. We are going to get started shortly. Y'all know I go live from both pages, so I went live from the More Than a Model Workshop page, trying to get like a little bit of behind the scenes and everything. And then now we are going to go live from this page, and this is where the actual interview will take place. I'm gonna send Joe the invite. We up early today, y'all. This is an early episode. Here we go. Now, Joe, he is an artist. Just dropped a song. Here he is. Just dropped a song called Better Friends. And we're gonna go a little bit into that. And also what it means to be a Peaceanese, his songwriting process, and who he worked with on the project for Better Friends. Here we go. And he will hop on shortly. Now, of course, Better Friends is not his only project. He has multiple projects. What's going on?
What's up? How you doing?
Good. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, sounds good. I'm doing great. How are you today?
I can't complain. I'm a little tired. It's 7.
Oh, no. Don't start with me, Mr. 6 a.m. I said, what?
Nah, it's good though. It's good. I was excited, so I woke up like mad early anyway, so I'm ready.
Yeah. I know how that is. So just tell me a little bit about yourself, besides that you wake up at 6 a.m.
Well, besides that, I'm from South Carolina originally. Most of my family is also from Georgia. I love the South. I'm in the West Side right now just because of the job. I'm a brand ambassador part time,
Okay.
and then other than that, my main focus is just it's just music, poetry, also like books too. Like when I get a little bit older, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna just be really old, just writing books all day in bookstores, and then just putting them out every now and then.
Okay, cool. You ain't missing the music.
Oh yeah, the music. Yeah, so I go by Joe Pastel. I've been making music ever since I was 14. My family is very I grew up in a very musical family. Like my dad, he writes plays for a living. So when I was really young, I was in plays, and then I also was on a TV show called My Three Sons that we had on Fox News, not Fox News, forget them, on Fox.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For a little while too when I was younger. And then I remember me and my brothers made our first song. It was from a sample of Martin Luther King, and it went like, "I have a dream, I have a dream." Like I just I remember going off like that, and of course cute. It's like and then everything else after that just evolves over time with more opportunity and experience.
Wow. So let's get into being in the plays. So did you always want to do music from the plays? Or did you think you just wanted to be an actor in the plays?
I always wanted to act first. I think that was it, just because that's the thing that I've seen the most. But then after that, I would actually see the process of how my dad would actually create the music behind the acting. And right. I think that's what got me captivated even more, because I was like, dang, I need to be a part of this process. It's amazing how you can literally create something out of nothing at all, and have people out in the audience be crying and feeling all type of emotions that they wasn't even prepared for, but you know what I'm saying, they came across it, and I think I always want to be a part of that experience.
Nice. So where did this positivity and Peaceanese come from?
When I first started my Instagram, I think around 2011, I think probably 2 years after that, I don't know, it was just I was making a song called Peaceanese, and that's basically what happened. It was a song called Peaceanese, and it was a really, really positive song. And I don't know, I kind of just went off with the brand when I made a video. Me and my brother was like, nah, you need to just shoot a video where you just saying, this that feel good time, this that feel good song, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, all right, cool. So then I started going off of that. And even on Instagram, I kind of embodied my page and my content for positivity and inspiration, because most of the messages that I was giving out to the people was also messages that I wish that I was receiving myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I did it, it was almost like I was talking to myself. And then I also noticed that I was actually helping other people get through their days. So I was like, oh, no, this is a service. This is me being a vessel, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? To help everybody else at the same time better myself. So that's kind of where that came from.
And that's actually what drew me to you. I told you in the messages, but I've been following you for some years now. So like just to see your journey of you growing, it's actually amazing to see that. But that positivity and peace and all of that, that's what drew
Yeah.
me. And I'm like, oh, he talking, you know, because everybody else they want to show they flashy watches and they on Instagram, you know, trying to do
Oh,
it.
I'm gonna do that one day. Now I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm
So
gonna be
I'm like,
staying.
oh, this is different content that he's provided, and even in the music, you provide in different, you know, messages. So that's what drew me to you, and that's keep rolling with that. I like that a lot.
I appreciate it.
Mhm. So have you only worked with your family? Like I know you got different features and stuff like that, but coming up from the I Have a Dream, where did that lead you to?
So I think somewhere like in like the underground of the computer, I have like 4 mixtapes somewhere, like on Dat Piff for like live mixtapes and stuff like that. And then after that, it kind of all changed when I went to college. I went to Winthrop University in Rock Hill for a little while, and that's kind of like where I met like my team, like like some of my best friends. And most of the music that you hear, has my family on it. You know what I'm saying? And with my friends, like I dropped an album called LA Hurt So Bad, and everybody that's on that album is a part of my family. I got my brother Josh on there, who goes by Joshua Ali. I got my sister Crystal on there. I got my sister Deb, who goes by the homie. Like each and every last one of them is also in there, because I feel like, if I'm in a room and there's an opportunity for me to speak on somebody else and their talents, I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And but that's one thing I think I've seen growing or elevating, is that everybody that is around me all contributes some way to make not just me a better person, but also like expand on everybody's creative ability. Yeah.
So let's get into the Better Friends project. How did that come about?
My older brother Frankie, actually that was actually his vision. I remember he texted me one day and he was like, yo, I got this idea. You know what I'm saying? I got this idea for Better Friends, also for Mr. Solo. And we kind of discussed it for a couple weeks, because we had to get everything together. And basically, like, if I think it was more of like trying to create an emotion. Like when you watch the video, you know what I'm saying? It's a story. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah.
real story. And when you get to the end of the story, it's like you're wanting more, because like you're like, oh dang, he didn't get the girl. Like
Man,
dang,
that
like
walk away out like wait a minute, no, trying to fast forward.
it's like dang, and it's
Hmm.
like you look at it and you be like, I felt like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I tried, with somebody, it didn't work out, even though I thought the signs were there, it didn't work out. But now I have to move on. And the great thing about the reason why I appreciate the way we created this, the way Frankie kind of structured it, is that we shot the music video in Charlotte by a videographer named Rio, and we shot the whole video in one day, just because I
Oh,
had to come. Yeah, one day, just because I had to come back to California the next day. So we shot the whole thing in a day, and I think it's just amazing, because it's kind of like my first like real official music video. You know what I'm saying? And to have your older brother, who I consider is a genius in his own right, you know what I'm saying, to take the time to you know to make this a reality, I think is one of the greatest things. You know what I'm saying? So very
yeah,
proud of it. Very proud of it.
that's dope. So what about the other people on the team?
Um,
Just
every,
specifically for this project, the Better Friends project.
okay, so specifically for the Better Friends, you got Crystal, my sister, and you can actually hear her vocals, her speaking in the song, in the beginning and the end. Which is funny, because I actually called her one day when I was recording the song, and I was like, "Yo, Crystal, I need you to say some moving things real quick." So like, she was like,
On the spot.
on the spot. I was like, I need you to say something. I need you to say something. So she just recorded something on her phone, she sent it to me, and I applied that to the song. So you'll hear Crystal throughout it, and then if you keep going down the music video, you'll hear a song called Mr. Solo. Now that song in general was gifted to me by my brother Josh, and it's crazy because I remember the day I was gonna drop the album. I called him and I was like, "Yo, I need it. I need something." You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Yo, I got you. I got you." He sent me the track, and I listened to it, and I was just like, "Man, it's perfect," because if you listen to the album in itself, it's almost like just one huge therapy session, and that's kind of like what I wanted it to feel like. I wanted you to listen to it, and I wanted you to be like, "Dang, like everything that he's saying is stuff that I think about, but I may not say it aloud. I may just say it in my head," and that's kind of like how I want my music to be. Like, I kind of look at my own genre as something like therapeutic soul music, because like, something that you can feel, something that you listen to. I'm not trying to preach at you or nothing like that. I'm just trying to relate to you. So yeah.
That's really something that we need too. Not even like just now, but the fact that we went through the pandemic, people are losing their jobs, people are stuck in jobs that they don't want to be at, stuck in a house, just with everything going on. So this is the perfect time for therapeutic soul music like you do. Can you talk to me about your songwriting process?
Yeah, very complicated. Nah.
Oh, I was about to say, wait, that's the first.
Okay, so for me, I'm the type of like writer to where like I can't force me writing in any music. Like, I can't just like come in and be like, "Oh, I'm just about to go in," because I don't know what it is. I guess it's like a blessing and then a curse, but I say blessing because like it has to be right timing to where I could create a song, but the moment that I don't feel it no more, like I'll put it away, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Because my real, like, my true feelings aren't really in it. And I remember I heard this person tell me one time, they was like, when you create anything, it doesn't even have to be music, but just whatever you're doing in your life, it's like when you create something, you want to always make what's real for you, not what you think is real for other people.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like what I try to stand on when I come inside of like the music or when I'm on stage or anything, is that I try to do what's truly real for me. And and then see what happens after that. But that's kind of how I write, and I usually take breaks too. Like, I'll drop an album and then I won't do anything for like a year or like a couple months or something, but I'll drop like singles, but it's not gonna be a full body until I actually like experience something else in my life, like, so I think that's kind of what it was, because my last album, I wrote it because I experienced having a kid, you know what I'm saying? And that's what kind of, created this world of like creativity again.
Good. Let's talk about Lil Man. How is it being a dad?
It's great. I think it's one of the greatest things, that ever happened to me. You know what I'm saying? I honestly, I understand what people say, like when they say, you have kids, your perspective changes about life, because, it's not just about, I think people think that, oh, you're just raising a baby, but you're not just raising a baby, you're raising a human being. You know what I'm saying? This person's going to grow forever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I always like look at the moves that I'm making. I always try to be a good example, even though he is like one. I always try to, be a great example when I am around him. And, it just makes you realize that you're not just down here living for yourself, and you never really have been living for yourself. We all connected in one way. And I think that's like the biggest blessing, and it just made me realize and have a way, different perspective of my own reality. So, yeah.
Has it
That's
been
my little guy.
trying to build your career while being a father?
Yeah, that's a good question. I never really thought about it that much. When it came, I think the biggest thing is learning when to make the right investments and when not to. That's it. Because I think that sometimes where in our, where we come from, and the people who raised us and the people that raised them, I think now like our main objective is trying to create some type of generational wealth for the next people,
Yeah.
that the next ones that come. And you always want to give the next generation a better life than you had, or as you know, try as best as you can, you know, to try to create that type of space for them. But I think that's my biggest thing is just you know, thinking about the right investments to make, and be risky, but then think about it before you actually do it.
Most definitely. Let's talk about your LA Hurt So Bad album. This
uh,
was an album or a single?
that was an album.
Album. Okay.
Yeah.
And this was before your son.
No, this was after my son. This was this was after. This was probably around. This was May 22nd when it dropped.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What was it about?
It was out. Well, it was like a really emotional track. It was really emotional because I think it was like it was everything that I was like necessarily going through up until that point. You know what I'm saying? Like dealing with having a kid, also dealing with the the stresses of being away from your family. I've been on the road for 2 years. I only go visit home 3 times a year unless I like get a plane myself to go visit for 2 days and then have to come back home to be ready for work. So I've been in California since January, and I think that's kind of like what the album came from, because and when I was in LA, I didn't have the greatest time of my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, like
That's
I didn't
unheard
have
of.
no, I didn't have the greatest time of my life. Like I think it was nice to see things that I've never seen before, to be able to check the diversity that was actually in California. I think the main thing that I was battling with was like the mental battles that I was going through, and feeling like I was alone, because I don't really have anybody out here when I don't know anybody out here in California. It's just myself. So I think going through that day by day, doing the same things over and over and over and over and over again, it kind of got to me to where like I had to go to a therapist and get therapy, talk things over with. And I think that's what kind of my therapist is the one that kind of helped create the concept for the album. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's it was definitely an experience, but I wouldn't take it back. I think it was much needed.
It was a growing experience for you.
Yes, yeah, I think it was. I think it was real. I think it was so growing, because sometimes you think about like everybody be like, man, we all got demons and stuff like that, like trying to get all that. But it's like sometimes it's like you can say that and not realize that you're actually portraying the demon that you want to get away from. You know what I'm saying? It's like you think so much that you're like not showing negative traits, but you really are, because our mind is tricking us to think that everything's okay, everything's good, but it's just trying to keep you away from having the conversation with yourself. And I think that's kind of what it was.
Your experience with therapy. Now, were you a little on the edge about it, or was this a thing like, oh, I need to go to therapy? Because I know, first of all, being a Black man and how we used to, I can't say now because our generation is different, how they used to look at therapy as a bad thing. We keep it in the family. We keep it in the family. Don't tell them that. Were you hesitant about going to therapy first?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say yeah, I was. But then I also was like curious to see what they were gonna say.
Yeah.
Right. That's really what I thought about. I was like, let me just go and just hear what they have to say. You know what I'm saying? Like they're probably gonna be like, oh, well, let me know about this, or like this past moment and stuff like that. And I think that I kind of didn't give them the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I just went in there with already prejudgment of like what this experience was gonna be like. And then actually, like when I went through it and I went for my first day and I walked out, I felt like I was like breathing a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dang, like it's like it was like a refreshing moment to actually be in front of somebody one that doesn't know who you are, so they don't have any prejudgments about who you are. All they want to do is listen to your story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Was your first therapist that was a therapist that worked for you? I know, talking with a few different people, they say that you should try out some different therapists just in case. The first one that was like, yo, oh, this works for me. This person is my vibe. It was.
Yeah.
Oh, that,
I've had three. I went to
oh,
three. Yeah, the first one that I went to, we just didn't really connect that well.
mm.
The second one that I went to, it was nice, but I had to change locations. So the one I'm with now is definitely we're definitely like, you know what I'm saying, like that. You know what I mean?
And what was your process for picking out a therapist?
Um, my therapist is black. You know what I'm saying? One, because I chose them because me going through the black experience in America, what I go through psychologically, the trauma that we still have within ourselves. I just needed somebody who could, like, when they definitely understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? And not just like, oh, I hear what you're saying, but like definitely like, yo, I get you. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like I get you, brother. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what kind of motivated my choice for the one I have now. Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then how do you protect your peace?
Oh, I got an energy force field around me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody coming around. Nah, nah. um, I honestly think that I just have like a really good support system. You know what I'm saying? Like a really good support system. And we I think Earth Gang got a song called Check on Your Friends or something like that, like check on
Hmm.
your strong friends. But that's really how it is. It's like, we check on each other like a lot, and like we communicate a lot, and we're not I think it's more the fact of like I'm not afraid to if I'm going through something, to actually pick up the phone and actually call somebody when I'm in need. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just thinking that, oh, I can do this by myself. Because I feel like that's another thing that we go through in life, thinking that,
Yeah.
no, it's me, I got this, like I can handle all this, but then we just be suffering in silence, and I ain't that type of person. So it's like I've done that before, and it ain't did nothing positive for me. So the moment that I really opened myself up and been vulnerable, you know what I'm saying, no matter how scary it could be at times, I think it was just up and up after that. So I
Mm.
think that's what helps me out a lot.
Do you have any advice for anyone that's on the fence about going to therapy?
Yeah, my therapist told me, don't think, just do it.
Mm.
That's it. It's like the moment that you think about it, the moment that you're gonna start having negative thoughts into your mind, like what if or why, there's all these other, what I'm saying, things, but you just gotta do it. Like if it's you just have to do it if you want to do it. And then you have to ask yourself, is this something that you truly want? And it's not as big of a deal as people make it seem. Like it's not like when you go there you're crazy, like you know what I'm saying, like you're not crazy, like you're not crazy. Like sometimes some people go literally just to talk about their week or their
Mm.
weekend, and then they leave. It's like you're not crazy, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes sometimes you need that in your life. It's really like a refresher for you to get ready for the next week or the next month or whenever set your appointments up. I recommend it for anybody, honestly.
Good. Okay, let's hop back into the music. For those that are just now tuning back in, we are on our More Than a Creator interview with Joe Pastel. We went into detail about his Better Friends project. We talked about his team, and now we just got over talking about therapy, especially therapy as a black man. Now we're gonna go back into the music. Are you independent?
Yeah.
Okay. Do
Yeah,
you
independent.
process of writing music how you can't write unless you're feeling it? Do you think if you were to be signed that would affect that?
I think it depends on who you would sign to,
Mm.
because like with me, I enjoy creative control. I enjoy writing like my music, all of my music. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. It's like, and at the same time too, when I do write, I have like a process to where like I usually create music in a space by myself. So like the whole album that I did make, I recorded that whole album in a hotel room in LA.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the whole thing. My sister Dev, literally she came to visit me in LA, left me her studio, you know what I'm saying? And I just recorded the whole thing in the hotel, put it out. And because that's usually how I work. Usually it's just I when I'm feeling it, I like to feel everything and then just go straight into it. I think sometimes when places are crowded, I can get distracted, and I think
Yeah.
sometimes that can happen depending on like where you are at the time. And at the moment I like being independent. If something like that happens, it just depends on like what they say, or have to get my people to look at it and stuff like that, just to know that we're making the right decision. But but we love creative control over here. We love to express ourselves the way that we want to express ourselves, and not feel like we have to say, what's up, Crystal? What's up, gang? What's up, family?
And
I
this
see
is what
everybody up in.
I'm talking about.
That's my sister right there. I see all the homies just swipe, coming in, you know what I'm saying, coming in. What's up, y'all? You know what I'm saying? But
Quick little shout out, go ahead.
but yeah, like we like to create feeling like we don't have somebody like holding us. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to say this or this or this or this, or you're not gonna be able to get the awards. It's like we don't care about that. We want to put our music out.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
So what can we expect from you in the near future as far as your music, but life past music as well? I know you said you were gonna be an author. I like that.
Oh yeah. That's definitely gonna happen for real. I'm actually writing. I'm working on a book called The Summer of Thought. As I've been working on it for 2 years. But I'm about to get more into it. You know what I'm saying? And then see where that goes as well. I just really want to like. I actually think everybody should write a book in their lifetime, because like we're all like walking experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like just like, for example, like when you got the Bible, when it has all stories written inside of the Bible just to relate to your life, for you, how did you to do it? You know what I'm saying? It's like, we should look at people the same way, because all they are walking testimonies, all they are walking experiences that you learn from, So, and that's how I look at it when I'm writing this book. But at the same time, I want to try different things out at the same time, and just to do it, because I feel like a lot of times we go through life not really asking ourselves, I wonder what I really like doing. Not like just what I've been doing, but like what do I like doing? I like bowling. Do I like bowling? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to stop doing stuff that we really don't like doing and start focusing on things that we really like doing.
Yeah. You know what? Crazy thing. I was sitting talking to a family member, and doing the regular, hey, how was your week? She was, I love my job. And I was like, I've never heard that before. Like, okay, I know entrepreneurs, they'll be like, oh, I love my job, but she works for the government, and I'm like, what? I've never heard anybody say that before. So for you to do something that you like, and you want to do stuff that you like, I definitely understand that, because I'm 24. That was my first time hearing somebody say they like their job, and it was shocking to me. Like, I stopped working on my phone and looked up, like, are you saying what you just said?
Yeah, they different. Like, there's people out there for real, man. I think that's the thing is too. It's like some jobs that you go through. I think my mom told me this. She was like, sometimes you gotta do what you want. Sometimes you gotta do what you don't want to do to get to where you need to be at.
Yeah.
So when you get to that point to where you want to be at, that's usually the place that you fall in love with whatever you're doing. But right now we all doing stepping stone jobs. Like what I'm doing right now, stepping stone jobs, just to get to where I know that I'm meant to be, where I know I deserve to be. You know what I mean? So, I'll say other than that, y'all be on the lookout. I just dropped a new single called 864. It's a number, so definitely y'all, check that out if y'all haven't. I'm also working on new music as well. I'm kind of venturing off. I'm with the rap, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to I'm trying to sing more. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, do some R&B, you feel me? But no, but just trying to try a lot of things. I will say that this next album or this next tape that I drop, I don't know the name of it, but I will say it will be very experimental when it comes to sounds. That I think that's kind of like the direction that I'm kind of moving into right now. But y'all just be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for me dropping singles too. Be on the lookout for another music video coming as well for this song that I just dropped. So, it's a lot of different things. I think it's very high energies going on right now. So I'm just trying to ride the wave, you know what I mean? So, and shout out to my team too. Shout out to the homies. Like I'm like, that's one thing is when I say I love my family and the ones that, that helped me get to like where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? We're all like this, you know what I'm saying? We're all there. We're all like, I think that statement is like walking side by side, getting to it, you know what I'm saying? So, I couldn't be Joe Pastel without my family. So I definitely appreciate all of them. They all on the thing too, you feel me? I think so. They know who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
Also, You feel me? Also to my supporters too, man. You know, I support y'all too, man. So yo, let me know. Y'all send me y'all music too, because that's one thing is like, you know, supporting is free.
Right.
It's free. You ain't gotta pay nothing, no tax.
And then
But
any advice for someone that wants to get into the industry?
Yeah, I will say this. I think as an artist of any kind, I think the best advice that I heard is always go with your first idea.
Yeah.
You know? Always go with your first idea. The second idea is your backup idea, just because you were second guessing your first idea, right? So, and also trusting the process. Even though, like, I heard this guy. I'll say this real quick. I heard this guy tell me this. He was like, you know, no matter what you're going through on your artistic journey, human journey, spiritual journey, whatever mountains you may see, they're really pebbles. It's really just a pebble. You know, the only reason why you think it's a mountain right now is because we've made ourselves feel small, but we're not really small. You know, sometimes when you be inside of rooms, you be that elephant, because it's okay to be an elephant. You know what I'm saying? And just move accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Follow your heart, follow your passions, and follow what makes you smile and what makes you, you know what I'm saying, get up every single day. You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of like my best advice I'll give any artist, you know. Yeah.
Good. And then where can we find you at on social media? Do you have a website or anything? Just throw that all out so we can support you.
Word. So on YouTube is Joe Pastel. YouTube, Instagram is Joe Pastel. Twitter is the People's Angel. That was my old, you know what I'm saying? The homies, if y'all know, you know what I'm saying, if you followed me for a while, you know I was the People Angel before I switched over to Joe Pastel. Yeah, also on Apple, Spotify, Tidal, whatever type of music services that you do have, it's all under Joe Pastel.
We got a question.
So, yeah. So how do you get over the shot stage? Like I don't like attention. Oh man, okay. So that's a great question, because honestly, I love being on stage. I think, okay, I look at it to where when I'm on stage, I'm the freest I can be, right? Because one, nobody knows my set. Nobody knows what I'm going to say. And even if I do mess up, they will never know I messed up. You know what I'm saying? You'll never know. And plus, too, when you first getting on stage, too, say if you're just now starting and you're trying to build that confidence of always, if you're in a crowd of people, just look above their heads. Don't look at them in the eyes. Just look at them above their heads. You know what I'm saying? And usually, and then you'll just, you know, it all takes practice too. Like I usually practice in the mirror. I know it's funny. You know what I'm saying? I do my set in the mirror. You know what I mean? I practice too in the mirror, and then I just get myself ready. But it really does just take practice. And honestly, I just say, look, when you do go on stage, it's like, you know, confidence is confidence. And I know you have confidence. You know, it's just that when you go on stage, you know, just shine this, you know, shine that light, man. And at the end of the day, too, as long as you're a vibe, the people in the crowd are gonna feel you regardless of what you're saying. You know, but you have to be that energy. I'll say that.
Yeah, they don't even have to know the song, but if your stage presence is dope and you bouncing around and getting them involved, oh yeah, they definitely gonna fool with you.
Cool. They be up.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me this early morning. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go and get your rest, but y'all make sure y'all stream his music on Apple, Spotify, all of that. And thank you again.
Thank you. And I will say I definitely appreciate you very much for giving artists and creatives in general the opportunity to voice themselves, you know what I'm saying, to highlight their journeys. And without you, there wouldn't be artists like that. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all are the outlet. So we definitely do appreciate you and your brand. And yeah, more blessings, more life.
And I'm gonna send you the link when I post it on YouTube, okay?
Okay, yeah, it worked. Thank you.
No problem. Have a good day.
You too. Peace.
All right, y'all. That is a wrap up of More Than a Creator. We just finished up with Joe Pastel. If you missed the interview, too bad, so sad. But I'm posting it on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. at Summer Christiana. It's in the link in my bio. I'm also on the More Than a Model workshop page. Make sure y'all follow. We got some more shows that's gonna be added, y'all. I know y'all like to see my face on More Than a Creator, but we got some more shows coming with different hosts. Top secret information, but it's coming soon, and y'all the first to know. So make sure y'all follow, subscribe. And summer's only one season, but stick with me where it's summer year round. I'll see y'all for the next episode.